gentleman is recognized.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. I want to thank both Mr. Crivello, the chairman of the subcommittee, and the ranking member for moving this resolution forward. I think this is the 25th year that I've sponsored this resolution and have had great support throughout, and I thank them both. I'm proud to rise, Mr. Speaker, in support of this resolution, which I sponsor each year on behalf of the Washington Metropolitan Delegation to permit the Greater Washington Soapbox Derby Association to hold its annual race on the grounds of the Capitol building. This is a very special year, Mr. Speaker, for the Soapbox Derby as it celebrates its 75th anniversary. For 3/4 of a century now, young people from across the Greater Washington, D.C. area have assembled at the Capitol for a fun, educational, and exciting event. First run in 1938, when Norman Rocca sped past 223 of his fellow young racers on New Hampshire Avenue to capture the first Soapbox Derby victory. The race brings together those between ages 8 and 17 to compete in 3 divisions. Those divisions are stock, super stock, and masters. The winner of each division will qualify to race against the regional champions from across the country here at the All-American Soapbox Derby in Akron, Ohio. This year's race, Mr. Speaker, here in Washington will take place on June 18th. There's a reason, of course, why the Soapbox Derby has been called, quote, the greatest amateur racing event in the world. Not only because it is a thrill to watch on race day, but because of everything that happens before race day as well. For weeks in advance, the young drivers and their parents, and yes, sometimes grandparents, gather in garages and basements to build, test, and improve their soapbox racers together. It is a process that brings the generations together and teaches valuable lessons about hard work, science and engineering, sportsmanship, leadership, and pride of achievement. Mr. Speaker, many of the skills learned in building these soapbox racers are the same ones that help students succeed at the science, technology, engineering, and math, or STEM subjects, as we refer to them, that will prepare them for success in college and careers. In addition to bringing families together, the Soapbox Derby brings entire communities together, with civic groups, police and fire departments, service organizations sponsoring participants in whom they see the future leaders of their communities and of our country. Mr. Speaker, I said before that this is the 75th anniversary of the Greater Washington Soapbox Derby. It also marks, as I said, the 25th year that I've had the honor of sponsoring this resolution. I've done so because I am incredibly proud of the tradition and of all the young people from Maryland's 5th District who have participated year after year. In fact, Mr. Speaker, I say with some degree of pride that the 5th District has been home to many Soapbox Derby champions, including the winners from 2007, 2008, 2009, 2012, 2013, and 2014, which is to say recently we've done pretty well, Mr. Speaker. Our racers even brought home national championship victories in 2007 and 2008. I want to thank all of those who worked to make the Greater Washington Soapbox Derby possible. I also want to thank the co-sponsors of this resolution, Representative Chris Van Hollen, Jerry Connolly, Don Beyer, John Delaney, Eleanor Holmes Norton, Donna Edwards, and Barbara Comstock. And I hope the House will offer its strong support once again for this great American pastime and all those young people and their families who participate. And I yield back and thank the 2 gentlemen for their leadership.